Dude, I think like having valuable interactions with people. So it's not like you have to send someone a Christmas card or a holiday card or like know their birthday or you know have this like have a calendar where you reach out like every quarter. Like that's actually not really required. Like what really matters is to have that when you do interact, that it's a very high quality interaction, and that like one, you're helpful. Two, you actually have a meaningful conversation that they hopefully remember. So if you come back a year later or 2 years later, that they're willing to take the call again. And so I think a lot of that has come like over the years of learning how to just interact authentically with someone and to take an active interest in them and a human and like the set of things that make them tick. And I'll try and do some tactical things as well. Of like one other question that I always use is like, look, I've read your LinkedIn profile, but I always like to hear people's story. Like, tell me the whole story. Like, tell me you got here. Like, where were you? They're like, oh, I first started. I went to blah 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 school. I'm like, no, where were you born? Like, where did you grow up? And then having them and then asking like really good questions about what they've done in the past, and really getting to figure out like which were those moments or those career moments that had the most impact on you. And I think there's some interesting things that you can do around mistakes that you've made, or things that you got wrong and how you got them wrong. And Jim, I don't know if you have any examples, or I don't mean to put you on the spot, of like a clear mistake or like this learning moment that shows like some vulnerability that you're able to kind of share with people that you're coaching or working with.
So first of all, I believe that you don't move forward unless you make a ton of mistakes, and I've made a ton of mistakes. And I think one of the biggest mistakes I've made, just in a meta sense, is this concept of burning bridges. And Dan, you and I have talked about this. Like, the more you get connected to people, by definition, not all these conversations are going to be positive. The more you deal with people, the more like you're going to have differences of opinions. When you have differences of opinions, or someone pisses you off, because even when you get to friendships, right? Business colleagues aren't necessarily friendships, but we're humans, we have emotions. And don't let those emotions get in the way of the relationship. So the mistakes that I've made is, in a couple instances, I have let my emotions and my ego get in the way, and told the person or told other people, about this one instance, which clouded the whole relationship, which wasn't fair to me. It wasn't fair to them. And I've learned never to do that again, because the value is small, and the benefits far outweigh, any pain points you might have with that person. And stay connected, because like anything else, everybody only shoots 8 out of 10 shots on goal. I'm going to piss people off 2 out of 10 times. So is every one of my connections. That's not the point. So yeah, I've made that mistake personally, and I would just encourage people to not burn bridges, because anyway, I know, Dan, you have a lot to say on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very easy to like get if you're upset, to like hit the nuclear button and like really like tell someone off, and it's not that you shouldn't have standards or morals, and definitely you should speak up when you see something wrong. But I would say, aside from my family, like the thing that I value most is my reputation. And so, and I guard that like with my life, and that no matter the interaction, whether it's with a portfolio company or a candidate or just a random person that I'm meeting, that focus on always being above board, always doing my best to do the right thing and acting with integrity is like the single best way to like have a network that values you and will support you and do good things for you, if you're like, they know that you're willing to do the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's about aligning interest, and really comes back to trust for me. I mean, we started this conversation with trust, but everything you're talking about is building and maintaining trust. And if you build that foundation, then you can get commitments from people. And when you can get commitments from people, then you can actually do some great things, right? And so, but you can't get commitments from people if they don't trust you or they want to do something for you. And so people skip the relationship thing a lot, but it's almost like the foundation of your house. If you don't have it, you're not going to be that successful in building your networks.